A question. I've got my hands on the American nuclear trigger. Without putting yourselves to too much effort, see if you can tell me what the code is.
Secret trigger code.
The secret trigger code given to every American president between the years of 1960 and 1977.
I think that if you've got to remember it under pressure,
Yes.
and it would be a pressure situation,
Surely.
beginning the end of the world, it's got to be something quite simple.
It's 00000000. That literally was the code. 4 zeros twice, 8
8
zeros.
8 0.
I'm good at maths.
8 zeros. That was the password.
Is that because you're just about... It's the end of the world and you're going to go, oh. Did the president, when he's testing this, did he do the chip and pin, you know, that little dance you do when the shopkeeper just looking at you and you kind of go,
or
pretend to press.
No.
Or that, well, you do a book, because I just do a cover.
No, because you not noticed polite shopkeepers now do this, which is what they call the penny chews. You just go like that and they do
I think it's pretend to do other numbers than the ones they're doing. Yeah.
So
you're there with the lovely Debbie McGee going,
Do your number, but while you're doing your number, you say a different number slightly under your breath, so you look like a bit of an...
Well, that's like you're all rubbing your tummy and patting your head. Yes, that is clever.
His number's 457.
But because the people I always most hated at school were those who, when they were writing in a test, did that.
Yeah.
As if one cared about what
that's
drivel they wrote.
because you're not an idiot.
Oh, no. It's just such a creepy way of behaving. So I always just do like that, grandly make sure that my number is
I published mine in The Sun once.
It
went quite badly wrong.
That was very
I
funny.
couldn't understand it because they were complaining that everybody's bank details had been left on a train by a civil servant or somebody, and I thought, well, it doesn't make any difference because all they can do is make a deposit. So I published my number, and there you go, there's my bank account number. What are you going to do with that? And the Diabetic Society helped themselves to 500 quid.
In case we feel smart, the British code, what do you think that was?
Crikey.
You didn't even have one, is the answer. Basically, it was a bicycle lock key. And to arm the weapon, you remove 2 screws from a panel, like opening the back of a remote control device, you know, and this revealed the sequence of dials. But this wasn't codes, it was merely settings, whether you wanted the bomb for an airburst or a ground burst. You just did it really like that.
So Harold Wilson had to undo the back of a panel, and then...
I don't think they brought politicians into it at all. It was just Flight Lieutenant Sanderson.
Oh, he just set it off.
That's right.
When the mood took him.
Yeah. They should have had it like, you know, the top of a tin of ham?
Yes.
Well, the world's going to end, but never mind. Lovely ham sandwich.
Absolutely. That would have been the answer. As far as passwords are concerned, what do you think is the current state of advice? I'm sure everyone watching probably has passwords for anything from bank accounts to social media. What's the advice?
The advice is that you should always have a different password for every single thing that you have.
Right.
And they must always contain at least 8 digits, some of which should be numbers and some of which should be letters, and you mustn't write them down anywhere.
Exactly. That's the point. That kind of advice is useless because there really isn't a human being on the planet, certainly one wouldn't want to meet, who would be capable of holding all those in his head at the same time. And actually, the current advice is don't bother about writing it down because if you've written it down and you've got it in a drawer in your desk, you're more likely to have your password stolen online by malware than you are by a burglar getting into your house and seeing it's written down somewhere.
If you need lots of different ones for a lot of different things, do what I do and have each of the 7 dwarves.
Oh, you've given it away.
I also think a burglar breaking into your house is usually like a lot less interested in information theft
That's the point.
than he is in selling your
that's
television.
Exactly the point. I think it was oversold, this idea of writing it down being dangerous, because there's a complete mismatch between the kind of person who will get your password by using technology And the sort of person who breaks into your house to get your TV or whatever.
You've really got to watch them smackhead geeks. They're the ones. They're the real ones. They're like that with glasses on.
It's a small cadre of the population.
Have you noticed, have you ever tried to wire up a Wi-Fi router?
Oh, a minute.
When you're on the phone to a man in India and he says, go and read the numbers off the back of the Wi-Fi
Mac
router.
numbers.
Why does it have a password on the back of the router?
There's a default password that the routers have that you can change by going in using your web browser. You can access your...
Are you a help desk of some description?
I am a bloody hell. There's all my friends call me up with it. Just because I am a boring nerd, but as it happens. But what you're saying is correct.
Have you tried turning it off?
Or the one that said, take the card out and hit it with your teeth. Have you had that one?
Hit it with your teeth?
Yeah, that.
What?
Yeah. And I just...
Oh,
He went. He went.
spotted you.
I've got Jeremy Clarkson. David, shove it up your arse. Go on.
You know that petrol you love so much? Pour it on your head. Now, have a cigarette. Go on.
The greatest danger when setting a password is thinking of a word that sounds cool at the time. Because you go, ooh, super spy. That'll be a good one. And suddenly you're in the mood, you go, oh, I have a whole other identity. That'll be amazing. I'll be the Raven. Oh, the Raven will be a good thing. And you'll forget your spy name the next time you go to check your Hotmail account. Go, was it the Hawk? No. Was it the Eagle? No. Quick.
I've never been able to read these incomprehensible bits of scribbly writing that you're supposed to reproduce to show that you are not
Captchas.
a bot. You know,
Captchas are called.
Yes, that's right.
Captchas are called. The fair one is the ones because apparently computers can't scan in and recognise a wavy tree or can't tell a kitten from a rabbit, which is the weird thing because humans can naturally go, it shows which of these are kittens, and you click, 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 and then the rabbit. But the robots have yet to work this out.
It's a web change.
This is how we will win the war. Which of these cute animals do you like?
I think you've got a problem if it says come up with a password and you're just holding up kittens. The computer's probably confused.
I rub them off the screen. Is that not what you're supposed to do? Find as many kittens as the computer asks for. Present them as an offering.
Lots of static electricity. Just leave them there. Put them up there.
Do you know what? Static is only so strong. Over time, they will slowly begin to slide down.
You know what? That's exactly why I do it. I have a kitten and a puppy, and then I sit there and I bet on which one's going to get. That's why I don't have a computer.
But it's strange how the biometric systems that have been in movies for at least 30 years, you know, retinal scans, thumbprints and so on, aren't really used. I mean, there are a lot of laptops that do ask for a thumb, but they haven't really taken off, have they?
Oh, I love the eye thing at airports.
Do you use this? Yeah.
Yes, and it's really good. Get very, very drunk on the plane, so your eyes are completely bloodshot. I'll never do it this time. I'm going to be locked in this box forever. And you know, it always knows it's me.
But I think the best one to do in the airport, and it helps if you've got hair like mine, is you know that when you go through the first security bit and they take your photograph, what I do is I do a different hairstyle. And then change it for the next time. And then
whom do you think that's inconveniencing more? The security person or you? Who's the one who's having things looked up their bottom
I'll tell you what.
missing their flight?
Well, you know, there's only so much time you can kill in duty free. Why not shove something unusual up there? You know, go on. Guess what that is? Guess what it is?
I say what you see. Went to Gatwick. Went to Gatwick to go on a flight to Spain, and you know the way somebody behind you gets stopped and they go, "You've got fluids or whatever," or they go, "You can't do this," like whatever. And they said, and they all started laughing. And they said, "I'm sorry, sir, you can't bring this through, right?" And they took it, and it was like one of those 2-litre bottles of soft drink filled with water and a fish floating around.
They wanted to take their fish
They
on
brought their fish with them wherever they were going, right? And then you can see a man kind of going, the fish is grand. The fish is not the problem, right? But the fluid, I'm afraid you can't bring the fluid.
Are you sure it wasn't just a Japanese couple and that was their packed lunch?
You just have to drink a bit of the water.
To prove that this is...
Prove it's not a...
Presumably the fish is already proving that it's not bomb.
But evidently, you know what?
Fish don't swim in
They're
nitroglycerine.
cutting out been trained to swim in explosive fluid.
That is exactly how I found out that I really like baby food.
Yeah, that's
because
they make you eat
they say,
it.
"Can you eat a bit of the baby food?" And I went, "Yeah, all right." And I just, yeah. Oh, that's good. That. We'll get some more for the child. We'll give her peanuts.
Delicious. Stewed apple.
Oh yes,
Very
lovely.
fine. Anyway, yes, the point is, there's more chance of someone tracking your computer than breaking into your house, and the latest thinking is that you might be better off really choosing a complicated password and writing it down. What's the best